This Sunday, a world-class field lines up for the 23rd running of the Japan Cup. Cox Plate champion Fields of Omar takes on the world. The best of international racing live on Sky this Sunday.
Relaxed, well-bred filly. Should get across from an outside draw. Best of the rest, 7 Rosehill. 3 on top, Crimson Rain. Hardest to beat, 2 Peppercorns and 1 Little Chloe.
OK, Ron, thanks. Have a good day at Rosehill. As Chris said, beautiful conditions for racing in Sydney. Now, that grey has one in New Zealand. That's confirmed.
Of the betting in the ring, Peppercorns and Crimson Rain were locked together, but now Peppercorns is a half shorter than Crimson Rain. And racing this time, and a little slowly out of the stalls was Foxy Gal, and Peppercorns and Wizard Princess jumped quickly. So too did Crimson Rain, and settling down, Crimson Rain on the outside, and a Wizard Princess lead a length on Little Chloe, followed by Rosehill. Peppercorns just behind the pace, then Syrup a length and a half, Dav K, followed by Inebriate, Marimba Bell, and 3 lengths to Foxy Gal. Down the side at the 650, and Crimson Rain a clear-cut leader now, length on Little Chloe. Wizard Princess back to 3rd, Rosehill 4th. A length and a half to Peppercorns, followed by Syrup, and then Dav K and 2 Marimba Bell. On its outside, Inebriate, and a couple of lengths to Foxy Gal. They're on the swing, and Crimson Rain slipped away here, about 2 lengths on Little Chloe. Wizard Princess, Rosehill. Peppercorns back on the inside in 5th position, and then Inebriate, followed by Syrup, but down to the 200 marker, and Muntz goes for home on Crimson Rain, and Crimson Rain dropped into another gear and put pay to them very quickly. Wizard Princess second, Peppercorns getting clear, but this is a breeze for Crimson Rain. An impressive debut, Crimson Rain from Wizard Princess and Peppercorns, followed by Rosehill and then Little Chloe, Marimba Bell, Inebriate, and then a gap to Dav K, followed over on the rails by Foxy Gal, and absolute was Syrup. Official placings on the first event of the day. Crimson Rain has won it, and won it effortlessly. Wizard Princess ran a good race, and Peppercorns, well, she plugged to the line when clear, but Crimson Rain, the wraps were right. She'd trained on obviously very well from her barrier trial win, which according to the barrier trial experts was very promising, and she's got a very, very bright career ahead of her, quite obviously. Numbers not up as yet. Crimson Rain by Red Ransom from Crimson Road is trained by Bruce McLaughlin for the Torryburn Stud Syndicate, the Cornish family. Chris Muntz in the saddle. I liked the way when Chris went for her. She dropped into another gear and whoosh-oh, away she went.
And here's the market for the first. It's also a 2-year-old race, 2-year-old fillies. And a small field, but a number of them have a claim on it, including Funny Design number 1, its favourite ahead of 5 Liliana, and then 2 Carlton Ace number 3. That's the order of betting for race 1. We're going to have a look at these.
The rail out 3. Liliana's getting up in the gates in stall 3. I think it is Liliana. Or it might have been Funny Design, actually, when I get a better look at it. Now settled again, though. Line looks good. They're racing this time, and Funny Design pinged away from the barrier stalls. Liliana was a little slow. Crystal Wit and Rainbow Arch begin fast, and Carlton Ace hangs onto the inside rail within striking distance. Settling at the 800 metres. Rainbow Arch leads. Crystal Wit joining it on the outside. Carlton Ace a length and a half away. Funny Design on her outside, and they're followed then by moving up on the outside Jingle Bell in the orange colours. And back towards the end, a length and a half away, Piercing Eyes, and Liliana's gone back to last of all. Through the gap now, Crystal Wit away from the rail. Rainbow Arch the inside, and Jingle Bell make nearly a line of 3. 2 lengths to Carlton Ace, needing a run on the inside of Funny Design, and then Piercing Eyes and Liliana. 4 lengths only covering them at the home turn now. Crystal Wit in the centre leading narrowly. Rainbow Arch is gone, and on the outside Jingle Bell throws out a threat from Funny Design. Carlton Ace in the clear at the 150 metres now, and Crystal Wit with Carlton Ace coming at it, and Jingle Bell with Funny Design 4 wide, but Carlton Ace is finishing the best, and it's Carlton Ace winning it by a half a length to Funny Design, and a neck away third Crystal Wit on the inside, and then Jingle Bell. They were followed in by Liliana, Piercing Eyes second last, and Rainbow Arch dropped out to finish last. Well, the money on track was dead right. Carlton Ace, ridden by Greg Childs, takes out the first on the program. Got into 370, 210 at the jump on the Tate. Second going to number 1, Funny Design. Mark Zara will pay $2.60, and there'll be no third for Crystal Wit, who led them up and battled on well. 3, 1 and 4. They've run 60 seconds exactly for the first on the card. The last 800, 46.7. Home in 35.6, 24.1 and 12.3 seconds. 3, 1, 4. Fourth in 2, Jingle Bell. And fifth in 5, Liliana. Well, the money was dead right, untrialled. This daughter of Bean Carney from the Kingsheim Air Aces Royale. Stablemate of the second horse, so they've run the 1-2, the Tony McAvoy stable from Anguston. This is a half-sister to Carlton Spirit, who was a listed winner in the debutante stakes. And she certainly got plenty of dash and a bit of race tractability too, just sitting off the speed and then taking the gap when it appeared. Good solid win. Carlton Ace first, Funny Design second, and Crystal Wit, a promising debut performance in third place. 3, 1 and 4 in the first event at Moonee Valley. Skepsy Plate is race 2. It's due at 1:10.
All right, thanks, Greg. I wonder if Tony McAvoy's been able to tune in or at least listen to the Australian races today. He's over in Japan, of course, getting ready for the Cup tomorrow with Fields of Omar. 5:25 p.m. Sydney time is the Japan Cup. We've got live coverage on Sky Racing. That first 4 at Moonee Valley, 3142, paid $467.70 in New South Wales interim.
Just dismounted, and Graham's also got Gracious Laddie engaged in the event. And, of course, he's got the favourite, not a single doubt. Now, the first of the horses into line will be Philmark. And goes. The gates are locked, and we're set for action. Not a single doubt. Currently reading out $1.60 in New South Wales. They're set. Racing this time, Philmark hesitated, missed it 3/4 of a length, and Frozen Valor jumped quickly and leads narrowly from the favourite, not a single doubt. Ridden with urgency by Larry Cassidy, but can't head Frozen Valor. Length and a half, Gracious Laddie around Tom Darno, about 4 or 5 lengths then to a Consul. Holy Day next to last, and after a slow beginning, Absolute Philmark to the side, and Frozen Valor steadied, leads about a half length on not a single doubt. 2 away in the third position is Gracious Laddie on the outside of Tom Darno, 7 lengths further back as a Consul, 2 Holy Day and a half to Philmark on the rails. This is the order coming to the corner, and the favourite, not a single doubt, is serving it up to Frozen Valor and quickly swept past it and setting sail for home now. Not a single doubt, raced away from Frozen Valor. 4 or 5 lengths, Tom Darno on the inside of Gracious Laddie running greenly, then a Consul, but at the distance, 200 metres to go, and not a single doubt has got this shot to pieces. The Redute's Choice colt is clearing right away, making it a one-act affair. A Consul hitting the line well, followed by Frozen Valor, but an impressive debut by Not a Single Doubt. Not a Single Doubt walked in from a Consul who made up many lengths. Then Frozen Valor. Fourth home was Philmark, and then came Tom Darno on the last couple in, Holy Day and Gracious Laddie. Number 4, Not a Single Doubt. Never ever in danger by Redute's Choice, and it'll be nice to see Redute's Choice come up with a handy horse, and I'm sure he will. He might have one here and Not a Single Doubt. So it's been a good week for Arrowfield, who share in the ownership of this particular colt with Planet Thoroughbred Trading, and also Graham Rogerson, the trainer. R.S. Finemore and B. Reid have a share, as the numbers are not in the frame as yet. Yes, Arrowfield and some of the owners, including Planet Thoroughbred, scored with Luna Song during the week at Canterbury, and of course Luna Spur, the Flying Spur youngster, was most impressive, winning the Merson Cooper last Saturday in Melbourne. Here are the numbers on the second in Sydney. Number 1, number 4, Not a Single Doubt. Larry Cassidy, the winner, trained by Graham Rogerson. 1 a second. A Consul made up many lengths. A colt by Pins from Gypsy Soul. Graham Rogerson, the trainer. Chris Muntz aboard. And number 7, Frozen Valor. 3rd, a colt by Honour and Glory from Lady of Snows. Mal Johnston, Brent Stanley. The official 4th was number 2, Philmark, who did make a bit of a meal of the start. Time is 1:04:31. And, gee, the two-year-old races almost identical in time.
He's a half-brother to Hanky Panky, who was a pretty handy little 2-year-old. This one by Redute's Choice, of course. So I think we've seen 2 nice performances from the youngsters today. Crimson Rain in the first race, the filly won well, and this one, of course, he's made a very good impression. Not a single doubt. I think we'll be...
And Go Forever's going around in the next in Melbourne, has come up well and truly in the market second elect there at Moonee Valley. So punters...
Racing in the Cup, Harley began.
There's only one way to find out which are Australia's greatest greyhounds. To be number one, you have to win Group 1s. Group 1 races are the premier races, featuring the best greyhounds racing for the biggest prize money.
Well clear on the Cup, 5 lengths Cool the Man is followed by Carlisle Jack.
Big
Costa Mozza, the first starter, showing speed and driving up on the inside. Right up there with Costa Mozza. Also Terralani.
Race 2, Moonee Valley. The latest news from the track is that Favelli has been supported. There's been a little bit of money for Favelli, number 4, and Sunboat's been a drifter. So it's firming on the tote, but apparently it's heading in the opposite direction on course. Moonee Valley, they'll move in shortly. Now, here's some news at Rosehill. There's been a track change. The track has been upgraded to good following the first 2 races on the card. So it was dead for races 1 and 2. It's now good for the remainder of the day. Right, now the second at Moonee Valley. They're about to start calling them in. And here's some important news from Victoria Park. Both of the riders involved in the dead heat there, so I refer to Wayne Kerford and Paul Gatt, having a look at the video. So it was a dead heat.
Coming up to start time now, so Faverley approaches the barrier stalls and it takes up the outside gate. Greg Childs on board. Set to go. Little bit of movement from Canlago. Settles now. Waiting for the all clear. There it is. They're off. Beautiful start. Canlago jumping well. Faverley easing back and Go Forever ease back to second last. And Sunboat has the lead narrowly. Not going all that hard. Pushing up along his inside Canlago to retain the rail. And about 2 or 3 lengths further back in the field is Sigasora trapped out a little bit wide. Followed then by Polish Clown. A length further back Go Forever. And the yellow colours now 5th on the rail. Trailed by Jimenez. And as they came around that turn, Faverley was last of all on the fence. Canlago with Sunboat on the outside, lead by a length. Sigasora 3rd, but travelling wide. Go Forever on the inside of Polish Clown as they go by the school. 2 lengths Jimenez on the outside and Faverley. Canlago on the inside. Sunboat the outside, share the front. Sigasora's already under pressure, 3rd the outside. Go Forever's got a kick and Payne is getting him away from the fence. He's in clear galloping room now. Sunboat called on, leading only narrowly from Canlago. Go Forever looms large as they corner and they've kicked away into the straight. Sunboat, but Go Forever the challenger, and then Canlago the inside. Sunboat with Go Forever taking the lead now. Go Forever wants to lay in, just hampered to Sunboat, and Go Forever gets the money by a half a length on the line. Canlago kicks back to get second. Sunboat got the wobbles up late and holds 3rd, and they were followed by Jimenez, who got home okay with Faverley, and also there too was the Polish Clown, and last to finish Sigasora.
Go Forever, number 1, ridden by Patrick Payne. Over 6, Canlago, Ivan Caliber, and Sunboat, number 3, back in 3rd spot, ridden by Dan Nikolic. So 1-6-3 past the post on the second race from Moonee Valley. We'll have more details there shortly. Now, we've got New Zealand coming up and also the first race at Eagle Farm. So a couple of races on the way. Before we take you to New Zealand, and on 5-4-8-3, paid $2,216.60. The first 4 dividends on race 1 from Victoria.
Is Phantom. I think you'll see a change in him today. It looks particularly good. And also Adillo been very solid out in the ring, and as I say, he does look particularly well. A lot of these horses do, but look, I'm going to go 4-1.
So all but set to go. Senorita Rose's out. Get It Good's drawn out a bit. Racing now, Mercedes Balmerino Prelude. One of the first away now is Get It Good from out wider. Senorita Rose, Mr. Sleeman going up, and now Dealmaker goes with the leaders. Right in behind them, Alpharon settles about 3rd or 4th as they work up the rise. Who Let the Dogs Out was the next horse, then followed on the outside of it Scene Stealer, followed round then by on the inside as they work out on the far side Pacific Dancer. 1,600 metres to go. Senorita Rose went round it, then followed round by Brilliant Flash. 2.5 back Genghis from then Viz Vitae. They followed 2.5 lengths. Waitoki Dream settles back with Cut the Cake, and back last of all the Market Man. Into the back they go. 1,400 metres out, and the pacemaker now taking over Mr. Sleeman. Led a length now, being steady. Dealmaker in second place. Get It Good on its outside as they steady on the far side. On the inside, Alpharon, then Scene Stealer. It's out. A 1.5. Then Who Let the Dogs Out in the clear. Then followed by next Pacific Dancer as up the rise they go. On its outside, Senorita Rose going forward. Two back, Brilliant Flash from Viz Vitae. 2.5. The Gingas cut the cake next to Waitaki Dream is second last, and last of all is the Market Man. They went by the 1,000 metres, spread over about 20 lengths, and the pacemaker still. Mr. Sleeman about a half length now. Dealmaker goes to it on the outside. 4 or 5 back. Then on the inside is Alpharon off Get It Good. 2.5 back behind them. Then is Scene Stealer from Who Let the Dogs Out. 2 behind these, then Senorita Rose. Then followed Pacific Dancer. Waitaki Dream taking off from the rear now, and back behind them is Viz Vitae. Brilliant Flash got back as they came round the turn. Then Gingas in the last 3 with Cut the Cake as they come round the corner and head for home, and back the Market Man into the straight. Mr. Sleeman trying to steal a march, coming with it though. Dealmaker 5 to Get It Good. Waitaki Dream starting to wind up after this leader, but he's still in front. Mr. Sleeman. Dealmaker's running all over. They're running about a bit, these two. Waitaki Dream starts to storm home strongly, and Gingas down the outside. It's Mr. Sleeman in front, but Waitaki Dream picked it up very easily and races away. Waitaki Dream races away and won at 2 lengths. Second, Mr. Sleeman foot on well. A good go third here. I think Senorita Rose just from out wider was Genghis. Cut the Cake flew home with Viz Vitae. They were followed home behind this lot then. Who Let the Dogs Out, then followed by Pacific Dancer. Back behind them then the Market Man, Scene Stealer, and back also was towards the rear Alpharon, and Brilliant Flash was back.
Waitaki Dream, ridden by Peter Johnson. Over 6, Mr. Sleeman. A photo for third. Our caller favoured Senorita Ride at Moonee Valley. Fourth in that race. The first 4 paid $426.10. That was the first there at the Valley. The second race went to 1, 6, 3 and 4, and the first 4 paid $426.10. Now, Eagle Farm's coming up.
And conditions at Eagle Farm ideal, and the track rated as good for the program today. These runners about to...
Flea with this ability can get it out pretty well. Showed speed the other day, and hopefully he's just got a bit of class on him.
For the Fillies and the Colts and Geldings, 104.30 for Crimson Rain, and then 0.01 slower, not a single doubt, but the filly ran 34.49 for the last 600, and the second winner, not a single doubt, 34.71, but both look good. All right, well, what will happen here in the Seymour & Co. handicap, we'll know in just a moment. They're all boxed. 1,100 metres is the journey, and the starter on the stand presses the button. They're off, and Russian Bow missed it. Lyria didn't jump quickly. Perfect Rhapsody out well. Glassos is going up to take on the favourite. A length and a half. Potter and Slice of the Pie missed attack, followed by Lyriad. Second last is Sortle, and its stablemate 2.5 further back, Russian Bow, as they settle fully into stride now. And Glassos on the outside, about a head clear on Perfect Rhapsody, with Perfect Rhapsody holding the inside and drawing now a neck on Glassos down to the 650. They've put nearly 5 lengths on Potter, then Slice of the Pie missed attack. 6 or 7 lengths then coming Lyriad on the outside of Sortle, and 3 lengths further away is Russian Bow. They're heading around the corner, and Perfect Rhapsody beat off Glassos and leads it more than a length at the 320. 3 lengths away third, Potter, followed by Slice of the Pie and Missed Attack as they come down to the 250, and Huey Bowman showing Perfect Rhapsody to the whip, flicking him along. Perfect Rhapsody a length and a half on Glassos, who's battling on doggedly clear of Potter. Perfect Rhapsody, he hasn't got a lot left. Glassos is coming at him. Glassos is getting him. He got him. Glassos beat Perfect Rhapsody. Third, Potter. Fourth, Missed Attack. Followed home then by Slice of the Pie, Russian Bow. Second last was Lyriad and Sortle Absolute. Glassos has got the favourite. He didn't give much, Perfect Rhapsody. I know there was a big pull in the weights, 52.5. Glassos compared with 57 Perfect Rhapsody. Here he was showing the favourite, flicking him along near the 300, but the last 20 or 30 metres he got very tired, and Glassos has worn him down to win it. A lovely type of colt by Snippets from Lusso, trained by Stephen Hill for many owners and ridden by Ronnie Stewart. To the winner, 1 is second, Perfect Rhapsody, a gelding by Chavog from Perfect Melody. Graham Begg, Huey Bowman, and number 3 Potter third by Torrential from Tennessee Magic, Gerald Ryan, Larry Cassidy, and number 9 was the official 4th, and that was Mr. Tack. Time for the race was 1:03.54 on this upgraded good track. It was upgraded.
Challenge Stakes, St Reems at 360 is well fancied there. And then over to Marufiti. He's at 290. He's the favourite. We'll take a break. Victoria Park is next. New Zealand, one race to go. Race number 12 is the Challenge Stakes, and Marufiti, number 9, to be ridden by Lee Rutherford, favourite there at 290, ahead of St Reems, Sir Kinloch and Surprise Surprise. All right.
A bit in his races, only had a tiny little saddle on him that day, and it just got down to one side, making it a bit awkward to ride out.
Rat High's worry in the last.
It was an all right run the other day. I probably expect him to get the line a bit better, but I think he does drop a lot in class today. Although he's drawn a bit awkward, but he's in with a chance.
Locked away, Matt Papa climbing back aboard, and the field is ready to run. Make a stand on the inside, stood well. Quantong, 4 from the outside in pink and black checkers. Set to run. 1514, third event of the afternoon. They're off and racing. Quantong jumped well. Saucy Tails was a little bit slow. And in the early stages, Make a Stand began quickly, and Go Bendigo is going to try for a front-running roll. Coming across is Something Else on the outside, and it's going to drive over the field and find the lead. And at the 1200 metres, Something Else from Make a Stand, the stablemate, is in second placing, and then Spirit of Humour. Go Bendigo settling down in 4th, and they're followed further back. Quantong on the improve to 5th on the outside. Being followed a little further back in the field then by Future Plans, and then came about a length to Rigo's Girl, a length and a half Coco Jamaica, 3 or 4 lengths further back in the field then is Portadoro, and it's being followed by Saucy Tails, and Made in Euroa is last of all around the 1200 turn now, and the leader is Something Else by 3/4 of a length. Up in second placing Spirit of Humour from Go Bendigo, and Make a Stand over on the inside 4th, followed by Quantong, and back behind those horses then there's Coco Jamaica taking off round the outside. Portadoro's putting in a run deep also around the outside of Future Plans, and the rest are history. Coming past the 400 metre mark to the turn, and Coco Jamaica keeping a long run going has gone to the lead over on the outside. Coming around the turn, Quantong's after it, followed by Go Bendigo. Make a Stand still there on the inside, and then Portadoro. Coco Jamaica the leader. Make a Stand railed through beautifully, throws out the threat now. Make a Stand on the inside, goes to the lead. Quantong battling away. Coco Jamaica trying to lift again, but Make a Stand runs it right out, and Make a Stand beats Coco Jamaica by a length. Go Bendigo third, and they were...
One's the winner as we take you to New Zealand. They're racing.
Taxied around. Doyle the next one on the outside, pulling hard. Marufiti on the inside. Surprise Surprise is next to half away. Lord of Illusion trapped out 3 deep, and Woburn is last and only about 7 off the pace. 1,000 metres to travel. St Reems made the lead, a length and a half. Millennium second. Sir Kinloch lying third on the inside. Geez, pulling Marufiti still on the inside. Lee Rutherford's flat to the boards holding. Doyle is on the outside next, then followed by Lord of Illusion. Surprise Surprise is next, and Woburn goes up to its girth. St Reems in front, a steady pace. From on the outside now, Millennium. Sir Kinloch's got the run of the race. Doyle is next. Marufiti off the bit at last, then followed around them on the outside. Lord of Illusion from Woburn. Surprise Surprise last. 7 lengths first to last as they swing in. St Reems the leader as they race into the straight. Millennium hot after it now. Sir Kinloch will try the rails out wider here. Woburn, and now Lord of Illusion coming into it, and Doyle into the clear. Marufiti snookered at the 200 metres now. Millennium. St Reems the inside. Doyle and Marufiti trying to get out. So too Woburn out wide, and Sir Kinloch. 100 to go. Millennium just in front. Doyle's trying from St Reems on the inside, and Millennium held on to beat. Second at the line was the inside St Reems from Woburn, flew into third. From then Lord of Illusion followed Marufiti, and followed 2 back behind this lot. Then Sir Kinloch got no room. Doyle was back, and Surprise Surprise. But the winner, no doubt, Millennium.
Millennium, ridden by Peter Johnson and trained by Trevor McKee at Takanini, takes the Challenge Stakes over St Reems. Number 6, a photo for third. Woburn is up there. Woburn number 7, but we'll stand by for all numbers on the 12th event. Moonee Valley 197, Make a Stand, trained by John Salinitri, running double on races 2 and 3, pays $16 on the third. Now 50 cents. weight to come. There's the New Zealand totes on 4, 6 and 7. And we'll have more New Zealand racing for you. And racing bring you race 4. Here's Ian.
Yes, he's got some nice horses, Rogie, and yeah, very impressive debut, wasn't it, Matt? Not a single doubt. Previous one by Glassos, making it 2 out of 2, nailing the favourite Perfect Rhapsody. Third Potter, Mr. Tack, fourth, and Crimson Rain looked good winning the first. Well, the fourth, an interesting race. Mimsicle, very, very well tried on track. 340 tote, little shorter than that in the ring. Second pick on course is number 5, Nero Cavallo. Came in mid-stages, just easing a little late with the money for the toppy Mimsicle. Third pick on track is Bouchette, number 4, and then we go to Pentelican, whom there has been some support. Pentelican. Nero Cavallo coming up now. Black filly. 1400. Racing this time, Nero Cavallo didn't jump quickly, but Cons Amy did, and leads about 2 lengths settling down from La Nikita, followed about 3/4 further out on the track by Pentelican. Then Bella Carus, another 3/4 to a half length to Adaptable Lass. Bouchette improving her posse. A length and a half then coming Xanax. Second last, another 2 lengths away, Nero Cavallo, and a similar gap to Mimsicle as they work their way along past the 1,000. And Cons Amy steadied in the lead by J Ford. About 3/4 on Pentelican. Third is La Nikita. Bouchette wide as fourth, and between horses next, Bella Carus, 1 3/4 then to Adaptable Lass on the inside of Xanax. Nero Cavallo second last, and 3/4 the favourite on the outside, Mimsicle. At the 700, no change in the order, and Cons Amy in charge from Pentelican. Bouchette wider out from La Nikita, and between them next is Bella Carus. A length off to Xanax. Adaptable Lass on the rails. Second last, Nero Cavallo, the black-coloured filly, and Mimsicle on her outside, about to be taken to the extreme outside as they turn for home now. Cons Amy past the 400, taken on in earnest by Pentelican. Bouchette in third position, followed by La Nikita, trying to get through, then Xanax. Nero Cavallo and Mimsicle are on the extreme outside, but Pentelican hits the front. At 100 to go now, Pentelican, a half length Cons Amy, and now La Nikita seeing daylight. Pentelican in front, La Nikita's picking it up quickly and gets up to win it. La Nikita has beaten Pentelican. Bouchette, I'd say, has nailed Cons Amy for third, followed home then by on the outside Xanax, and then Nero Cavallo, Mimsicle, Adaptable Lass, and Bella Carus Absolute. She is simply flying, Gwenda Markwell. Gwenda Markwell's horses are really racing so well. What about that win she had earlier in the day at Kembla in the third race with the Unbridled Song gelding, Unbridled Fury? It won by half the length of the straight. And anything Gwenda turns out at the races at the moment, by gee, I've got to give it a big chance. And La Nikita, when it got clear, knuckled down to its work, and the Desert Sun filly has done too well. Numbers will be there in just a moment. La Nikita by Desert Sun from the Zeditive mare ZS, a 3-year-old chestnut filly, and ridden by Chris Muntz. Number 8 is first. Second goes to number 9, Pentelican. Looked the big hope at the 100, but just couldn't hold out, La Nikita. By Vittori from Loyal Servant, Kevin Moses, Darren Beedman. And number 4 and third, Bouchette. Did a good job, was forced to race wide all the way by Canny Lad from Bon Bouche, trained by Greg Hickman, ridden by Mitchell Bell. And number 3, Cons Amy, was the official fourth. Mimsicle didn't do much today. She was cranky before she moved into the stalls. Nero Cavallo, it didn't run on as expected. 8, 9, 4 and...
Our main chances here, Devonshire number 1, that rating special has come up at $3.30, and the other hopes are My Fraulein, Wild Rapid and Halo Amour. And Cosmic Coincidence down the bottom, number 9 at 7.30. It's for the next race.
Of links in the Wakeful, although down the track. Said the 2 runs back from a 12 months absence from the racetrack. Previous today, won by Make a Stand.